Hey, what's up, guys? Gangster Jeweler here. So today we're going to be working on a bracelet that actually belongs to another jeweler that my grandfather knew for quite a while. And I'm not going to name his name just because I don't know if he wants his name to be out on the internet like that. But this belongs to another jeweler. He has his own tools, but he don't have them set up. So he wanted me to do this for him. His wife's bracelet is missing the tab that goes on top here that allows you to push down to unlock the clasp from here. But that's what we're going to be working on today. What we're going to do is we're going to try to build this tab on top is gone, so we're going to try to build a stem going up and then put a piece of gold on top like a flat piece of stock. Make it easier to push than what was on there originally to begin with anyways. So that's what we're going to be working on today. So I've already got my pieces set up right here that I plan on using. Now what we're going to do, we're going to need some tweezers. We're going to need some holding tweezers. So something like these that will hold the piece for you. First thing we're going to do is we are going to put some boric acid denatured alcohol on this baby. And then we are going to set her on fire real quick, like so. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab us a small piece of solder and cut us just a little piece off. We don't need a very big piece. Okay. Now, we're going to grab our pick here. There we go. Go ahead and heat our piece up here. Grab our solder. And what we're going to do is we're just going to heat this up just a little bit. We just want to get the solder on there. There we go. Okay. Solder is on there. Well, it's a little bit on there. Let me grab another piece. That piece of solder might have actually been a little bit too small. Alright, let's get us another piece on here. Let's get us another piece of solder on here. Okay. Now what I want to do is this is the small piece that we're going to use to build the up portion. This is pretty long, but we're going to cut it down. We just want to get it on there first. We can adjust and shape once we got it on there. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and file it down real quick while we're sitting here. Just gonna smooth it down just a tiny hair because it's a little bit big for the slit that it has to go into. Hang on just a second, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Had to let my dog in. She's fixing to start barking. And I'm sure we all don't want to listen to that. So, back to what we were doing here. We're just smoothing this out a little bit. And we're filing it down a little bit because it's a little bit big. I don't want to use a grinder because there's not a whole lot here. I'm not trying to take a whole lot off, just a little bit. A tiny little bit here. Nope. Alright, let me take a look and see how this fits through the end. See, we need it to go through this slit up top here. It needs to be able to fit. Kind of like OJ, you know, if it don't fit, you must have quit. You know what? I think that is going to work. Yeah. Alright, so we got our solder attached to the other end here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stick our piece in this hooking tweezers. Like so. And we're going to grab, we've got our solder already soldered to the end of this here where the tab needs to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and heat this up. And we're going to try keep the camera steady as we're trying to do this. Okay. And I'm sure, hold on, I gotta straighten this up a little bit. And I'm sure if he ever comes across this video, I almost named his name for a second. But I'm sure if this other jeweler ever comes across this video, he'll be like, I wouldn't have done it that way, but it'll still turn out okay. Like I said, there's never a surefire way to do it. Everybody has their own little ways of doing things. But he's a good guy. He's done some favors for my grandfather in the past. And I'm just returning the favor. And he might be able to help me one day, you know. Alright, this thing's not quite cooperating with us. Not quite. let's get that melted on there a little bit. There we go. Alright, now let's see if we can get this to solder on there, if it will. Doesn't really seem to want to. A little bit tricky juggling the camera and the solder. That's alright. Alright, we gotta crank this torch up just a little bit. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit. And we're just trying to get this piece to solder. We're taking our time. Alright, we might have it on there. We might. I think we do. I need to get the solder to flow just a little bit more. Just a hair bit more. There we go. I think we got it now. Alright, let's take a break. Let's take a look at what we got here. Let that cool off for a second. Let that cool off just a little bit. Oh yeah. So you can see we got our piece welded on there now. Now let's see how this is going to work in here. Not really 100% sure. We may have to do some filing a little bit. Just a tad. Okay. Yeah, see, that goes in. It locks. Now this is way too tall right now. We're going to have to cut a lot of that off. But right now we're just trying to see how it fits in the slit going across there. If we can even get it out of there. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work beautifully. Yes, sir. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to go ahead and figure out how much we're going to cut off here. Because that is sticking up way too high. Let's see. Look for my cutters here. Got my cutters. So we don't need it to be super high. But we also don't want it to be too low either. I think that will be good because yeah, I think that'll be good. Alright, let me file this, not file, but let me smooth out the sides here a little bit. Alright, so now what we're going to do is try to get our top piece on here. It allows us to push down on it. Now this one's going to be a little tricky, so what we're going to have to do is let's put some boric acid denatured alcohol on this real quick. And this one is going to be a little tricky because we're going to have a pretty small piece that we're trying to put on top. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Go ahead and get our solder on the top there. We just need to get it set right on top if we can. Alright, now comes the tricky part. We gotta take our little piece and first we need to decide whether it's gonna look better long ways or sideways. And our solder just fell off the top there, but that's okay. I think it's going to be better sideways. I think so. So Alright, let's get our solder back on top here. Alright, now let's just see if we can get this thing to stick on there the way it should be. This is going to be a trick for sure. Sorry, it's going to be a little bit shadowy just because my hand has to be kind of hovered over the piece. Yeah, it turned on me. Alright. You know what we might have to do is just freehand this bad boy. Alright, here goes nothing. We're going to pick our piece up. See if we can't freehand this thing. I don't even know if we're going to be able to do that. Freehand and hold the camera. Gangster Driller's learning tricks. Nope, dropped it. Okay. No biggie. No biggie. Alright, let's try it this way. You know, and sometimes you'll try a certain way and you'll find out it's not working that way, and you might switch your approach up, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But this is kind of the part that's going to be a bitch. Alright. Hold the camera and solder. Okay. Hold the camera and solder. Or focus the camera, I should say. Try to keep it in focus as we're soldering. Like I said, before it's over with, I'm gonna get pretty good at this. Ooh, that bitch is hot. Do not touch it. Oh, that piece slipped out on me. Okay. No biggie. Not a biggie. Not even sure where that piece flew off to. It just went flying somewhere. That's okay. We'll look for another one. Let's do it. Let's see what else we can get here. Another good piece that we may have. You know what? Let me see if I can get that on there. If I can, I could cut the excess off. Let me see what else I got before I am dead set on that one. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, yeah. Let's see if we can get this piece on here. This one looks like it might work a little better anyways. This one's kind of a little bit of a tedious job. Might be why he didn't want to do it, I'm not sure. These are a little bit tricky, they're not always the funnest to do either. Oh, you bitch. I dropped that piece too. Damn. Well, it went in the drawer somewhere, so I know it's there. I'll tell you what, different approach. Oh, I think I found that piece that we dropped. Yep, there we go. Found it. Alright, different approach. Here's what we're going to do. Let's try to see if we cannot get this in like this. Set this up like this. I don't even know if that's going to work. I don't think it is. Yeah, that ain't going to work. Alright, we just got to try to freehand it. It's going to be a bitch. I think that might be why he didn't want to do this. I already kind of knew it was going to be a bitch. And I know he's capable of doing it. He can do it. It's just I think one, he don't have his tools set up, and two, he might not just wanted to fuck with it, you know. Come on, baby. Get on there. What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, when you're freehanding like this, if you got shaky hands, good freaking luck. Is it on there? No. Alrighty. Come on. Come on, you piece of shit. Alright, we got solder hot enough. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Oh, you bitch. Come on. Come on, get the fuck on there. Oh, damn it. Ah. Alright. Ah. Piece of shit. Alright. Well, back to game 0 again. We gotta straighten our thing back out here. because it has decided to go sideways on us. So let's go ahead and pull off. Let's go ahead and pull this thing off here. So it went sideways on us, unfortunately. I was pushing too hard on the top. It decided to take a shit on me. So try to see if we can get this bitch off of here. There we go. It's off. Alright. Now, starting over from scratch again, guys. We got to put our stem back on. Because it decided it did not want to stay on. So, looks like that's what we're going to be doing. I already pretty much knew this was going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, we're going to set this up right there. Okay. And we are going to get this thing soldered back on, and then we're going to try again. I tell you, lately I have not been getting any easy repairs. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm just getting everybody's repairs they don't want to do. Because some of these have not been very easy. Alright, I think that bitch is on there. I think. Alright. Alright, we got our stem on there now. I'm just going to try to pull the solder through a little more here. If I can, might not be able to. Come on, baby. All right. So Alright, let's give this a shot. Round 2000. See if we can't get this welded on the top here. Try to get this piece on the top without the stem bowing out on us. I'm sorry it's going to be a little bit shadowy, mainly just because I got to put my hand right over the top of this thing. Oh, lost my piece. Alright. Regroup here. Regroup. Okay. Let's get this facing the right way. Yeah, this is not an easy fix by any means. I said easy peasy. Not really. Not quite. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Alright, we need to add a little bit of flux to this thing. Probably burned a lot of that crap off. And actually, I didn't add flux. I didn't really think we were going to need it. Sometimes you don't really need it, especially when you're doing small little pieces like that. But we're going to need it this time. We are going to need it. Alright, come on, baby. Oh, this thing's being a bitch. Ain't no easy ones these days. God dang, man. Man, this thing does not want to go for whatever fucking reason. Sorry guys, I know there's not much lighting here, but I just have to put my hand over like this. Oh no 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 no. Come on, you piece of shit. Alright, let's let this cool off for a second. I need to readjust here. Gotta rethink this thing. Got to rethink this thing. Gotta let it cool off a second. Alright, how are we gonna tackle this bad boy? I just gotta lift this tab up a little bit, mainly just because you don't want it to seize. The tab is pushed down. And you definitely don't want it to seize together on you. That'd make for a bad day for sure. Alright, let's cut a little bit of solder here. And let's put a little bit more solder on this bad boy. Sorry guys, hard trying to keep the camera in focus in work. I'm getting better at it. Getting a little better at it. Now where did my solder just go? Now my solder's just disappearing on me here. That's alright. Oh, and we're just losing solder like crazy. There you are. I found it. Alright. Get this latch out of the way. Come on. Don't be stubborn. Basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to reinforce this thing so it doesn't move on me. The stem part. Alright, well, let's give this top piece a shot again here. Problem is though, is I think this thing is so fat now it ain't going to fit through the slit. So I need to file that down just a little bit, unfortunately. Just letting this cool off for a second. We need to do a little bit of filing here. And actually we need to straighten this up a little bit too, unfortunately. We have got to straighten this thing up. Come on, get off of there. You've got to try to straighten this up a little bit. Did it come up a little? I think it did. Yeah, it came up a little. There we go. No, still kind of off to one side. Yeah, it got pushed over again when I was trying to put the top on, so it's not cooperating. Like I said, this wasn't an easy thing, and I kind of think this guy knew that, and I think he just didn't want to do it. And he might give me some flack for that, but I could be wrong. Come on, baby. Oh, this is going to be a bitch. Alright, we gotta let this cool off just a little bit. Try to straighten it out a little bit. And then we gotta file down the post a little bit, and then we're gonna try to see if we can get that top back on. But we gotta file that post down because it's not gonna work right now. It's a little too thick again. Just a little bit too thick. All right, let's see if we can straighten this out here. Just a little bit. Nah, we're gonna have to pull that off and try to reseat it again. Alright. I have to try to pull her off and reseat it again. If you can believe it. No, I need you to come. Alright, quit being a bitch. This thing is being a real pain in the ass. Thank you. Alright, we're going to try this again. We're going to try to put this stem back on. This is kind of one of those that you wish you hadn't said yes to, but we'll get it done. It's just going to be a bitch. We will get it done. Blue angels are flying. Sorry guys, I had to go see. I think the blue angels are flying around. I'm sure y'all probably heard that back there. Damn, it's still on there, kind of weird. Okay, we're still fighting this thing. Trying to get it straight. Trying to get the stem straight first. Come on, man. Alright, we gotta go a little bit hotter here. Not that I want to. I tell you, man, there ain't been no easy ones. So I'm beginning to wonder if I'm just getting all the ones that they can't get nobody else to do or something. I don't fucking know at this point. It's been really strange, man, that I've been just getting all these hard pieces of shit. Ain't been no easy ones. That's why I made my video, the last easy one I had. I was like, finally, we got an easy repair. Holy shit. Alright, let me let that cool off for a second and take a look at it. Now we still need to straighten it up just a little bit here. Alright, we might have it straight now, maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Man, this thing's been a bitch. Well, I'm showing you guys the good, bad, and ugly. Especially these ones that are just so... Ain't been no easy ones, man. I just don't know what the hell's going on. Just has not been any easy ones. Alright, we are going to do something entirely different here. Let's go ahead and get this piece off. Let's just take it off. Okay. This off. Now, we're going to do something entirely different here. Alright, we're going to put an entirely different piece on here. But before I do that, we're going to put Before I do that, we're going to go ahead and attach the top piece to this first. Let's grab us a small piece of solder here. The Blue Angels are flying, baby. The Blue Angels are flying. And my solder I just cut has disappeared. Maybe I'll go to an air show this weekend if it's this weekend. I didn't even know it was this weekend until I started seeing them flying around. I was like, oh, that's cool. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to try, see if we can't put this solder on top. Go ahead and get our top piece on there and then try to put it on that way. If I could quit losing solder. That is what we're going to try here. We're going to try a different approach because the other approach is not working. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes it just don't go the way you plan it. You got to rethink it. You think it'll work one way and it just don't go that way. And there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, now let's get our top piece and see if we can't get it to adhere to the top. Now I need to make sure that I'm going to be putting this on the right way. So that's going to be sideways. Not really sure here. It's going to be sideways like that. So this is going to need to be so then this is going to need to be sorry, I'm looking at the Blue Angels as they're going by. Don't mind me. I'm trying to think if this is going to be that way, then this needs to be this way. Like that. Okay. Got it. So this is going to be that way. It needs to be like that. So if I flip it like this, it's going to have to be like that. Okay. Got it. Got it. I don't think that's going to work either. Unfortunately. I just don't think we need a hotter flame, bigger torch. Alright, come on baby, cooperate with me here. No, don't move on me. Oh, you bitch. Come on. I know some of the people that know me probably watch my videos and be like, I've never heard him cuss in my life. Well, you get to hear it all here. Oh God, please tell me it went on there. I think it did, but didn't go where I needed it to, unfortunately. What a bitch. Yeah, didn't quite go where I needed it to go. Not quite. It's on there, but it's crooked. Okay, we got it back off. See if we can't get it back on there now. Get it back on there straight. I'm telling you, man, this freehand shit is ridiculous. It's a pain in the ass. Come on, man. You see my hands shaking, man. It's a pain in the ass doing freehand stuff when you gotta have steady hands for this crap. You have better have steady hands. Because if not, good luck. Damn. Alright, that's not going to work either. Alright, let's see. Let's figure something else out here. Let me try this real quick. Just give this a shot real fast. No, I dropped our piece somewhere. Oh, I see it. Okay. Alright, let's rethink this thing, guys. Let's rethink this thing. And maybe you guys could tell me in the comments, give me a better way to tackle. Could it give me a better way of tackling this thing? I'm always open to learn more. I've been doing it for 25 years now. I don't claim to know everything. Every piece is different. Every piece is never actually the same quite. You know, every piece has its own unique challenges. Alright, let's give this a shot. Let's see if we can find our third arm here, or fourth arm, whatever you want to call it. Third arm, fourth arm, who knows? Okay. Let's see. I don't even know that we can set this up in this thing, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Let's do it like that. Let's crank this bitch around like that. I don't even know if that's going to hold, but we'll try. At this point, we have nothing to lose, everything to gain. No, that ain't gonna work either. Alright. We just gotta freehand this bitch, guys. We got to make it. We gotta get it on there straight, but it's hard to do freehand. Oh God, I can only hope and pray that bitch is on there straight. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh man. Alright. It's on there, but it ain't straight, unfortunately. It's hanging half off. Get her off of there. Alright, guys. Alright, let's see what we got right now. Maybe, possibly, we got it straight now. Let's pull it off real quick. Oh yeah, that's going to be about the closest we fucking get. So we got our top piece on there now. We can file it down later. See, that's our tab that we're going to push down on. And that's our piece that's going to go onto this bracelet sticking upward. But that is going to be about as straight as that motherfucker gets. What I'm doing is just trying to straighten it up a little bit. Just trying to make it a little more uniform. It is fairly straight, about as straight as you're going to get it for freehanding it, you know. There's only so much you can do freehand. So at any rate, we are looking for another pair of pliers here somewhere. It's kind of cool too. This jeweler, he sent me some of the pictures of his equipment, and it's funny. They actually have a lot of the same identical stuff, like same make, brand, everything. It's crazy. You don't see that very often. And I think he had mentioned something about possibly maybe wanting to set up shop over here where I'm at home, and I'm like, I don't know, I gotta think about that. I'm kind of like my own man band. I'm not rolling it out, but I don't know if I'm going to. I mean, I hope that don't make him upset. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. We will see. Basically all I'm doing is just trying to set that up just a little bit there, like that. Alright, we got our top piece now. Now if we could just get this on here without much trouble, we will be good to go. Good to go. If we can get this on this bracelet, get it set up on there, we will be golden for sure. So I'm going to see if we can stick this in here. Bring this down like this. Let's go ahead and move that out of the way. See if we can get this thing lined up where we need it to be. Need to get this on the end more, fortunately. Okay. Let's just see. Alright, we're probably going to have to cut some of that off. It's going to be a little bit too high. It's going to be a little bit too high, sticking up too far. So let's cut some of that off a little bit. Cut some of that off a little. Let's see how that's gonna do. I think that is going to do pretty well. So let's go ahead and set this bad boy up. Alright, where did I set my piece at? Where'd it go? Where'd you go? You know what? Instead of calling this, instead of being the gangster jeweler, I guess I'm gonna become the gangster magician, because that piece we just welded together has disappeared on us somewhere. What the hell? Did it fall in the drawer? Maybe? I hope. I didn't throw it back in the tray here, I don't think. No, I didn't throw it back in the tray. So where the hell did you go? What the frig? This is crazy. Like I said, nothing ever goes the way you plan it. That's just the way it goes. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to go drawer digging here, because I don't see it. Yeah, I know. Some people are saying, well, you know, if you organize your drawer a little better, you might be able to find shit. Well, it's kind of like organized chaos, is what I like to say. Come on, I know that damn thing didn't just fucking disappear on me. Where did you go? Where did you go? Alright guys, I'm going to pause the video for a second so I find this piece, and then we'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. I found it. It was on my desk hiding in plain sight. Just couldn't see the freaking thing. Anyways, let's see if we can get this thing done and be official with it. So we got our piece here. Let's see. I don't know, it might just be better to freehand this thing, maybe. Possibly. So let's see. Let's see if we can set it up with the third hand. If we can't, then we'll have to try to do something different. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna put it way too far in there for me. Let's see if we can get this thing set up straight here. Well, this has been a tedious job, let me tell you. This has not been easy, by no means. But I kind of knew that taking it on, so, and I'm doing a favor this time, but I will not be doing it next time. By no means. Yeah, we're just gonna freehand it. We have to. Just got to freehand it. This whole thing's been freehand. And just remember, anything you got to freehand just ain't gonna be easy. It's just not. Okay, sorry about the bad lighting. Let's see if we can get this welded on there. I hope and pray. Hope and pray, hope and pray. Alright, she might be on there, maybe. Might be on there, might not be on there. Oh yeah, she's on there. She is on there. Yes. Need to solder this other side though just a little bit more. And then I think we will be golden, I do believe. Need to just solder this side just a little bit more. Yeah, I think we got it on there, guys. So here's our stem with our push button. Need to straighten it up just a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe so. Let's see how it goes into this other side here. It's a little bit high, but will allow it to be alright, first things first, we need to straighten this out somehow. Straighten that out a little bit there, like that. Just lift this up a little bit, like that. Yeah, I think we're going to have to cut a little more off of that, unfortunately. It's a bitch. That is a bitch. Alright, let's get this thing off of here. Come on, get off. Thank you. Alright, let's cut this down a little bit more. It's sticking up a little too high still, so we need to cut it down a little bit. Not that I want to, trust me. I had it welded on there, I'd rather leave it there, but can only do what we can do, you know. Let's cut that off. And let's hope we can freehand weld this back on one more time. You know, I hate that we're having to redo it every time, but we want it to be correct. Nope, not on there. Not on there just yet. Nope. All right. I'm not gonna name his name, but all right, Mr. Jeweler friend, you got one on me. You gave me a doozy. You did. Trying to line her up. Come on, don't move on me. Damn it. Come on, quit moving. Come on, quit moving, quit moving. Come on, get on there. This bitch does not want to stick now. Go figure. Right, let's go a little bit hotter. A little bit hotter. Okay. Come on, man. Alright, she might be on there now, maybe. Let's take a look at it. Just let it cool off for a second. Man, this has been a bear. Let's let it cool off for a minute. Oh yeah. Think we got that sucker on there and centered too, boy. Yes. Let's see how the fart sticks up now compared to where it was. All right. Shit. All right, so our tab seized a little bit, so we're gonna have to try to see if we can't pull that up just a little bit here. Yep, it sure did. Tab seized a little bit right on this side here. Don't look like it's seized very much, but it is seized a tad bit. So what we need to do is see if we just can't get that separated. See if we can get that separated. If we can get that separated, we might be home free here. Let's turn that down a little bit. Let's just see if we can. I hope we can. Let's see, maybe if we get the pick in there. Kind of hoping we can get this thing to unseize. Don't know if we're going to be able to, though. Whew. Come on, unseize for me. Let's go at it on the other side here. See if we can't get it to go that way. What a bitch this has been. All right, let me let this cool off for just a second. So what has happened is this side here of the tab is seized just a little bit. This side is not, so we're going to try to see if we can push through this side and get it unseized. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I was kind of afraid that might happen, but there ain't shit we can do about it. All right. Nah, that ain't gonna work. All right. Not going to work there. So, how are we going to tackle this? How are we going to tackle this? Let's just see if we can break it free from this side. Ooh, that thing's seized on there pretty good, actually. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Come on, unseize, my friend. Alright, maybe what we need to do, let's grab a cutting disc here. Because it's just seized a little bit on the outside. So, not a major problem, but it's a problem nonetheless. Let's just see if we can maybe get this thing to unseize from I don't know, but we're going to try. Better yet, I think what we're going to do is let's tackle this a different way. Oh, there we go. Let's tackle this a different way. I really hate to yank on this thing here because I'm afraid this is just going to pop off again. But I don't know that we're going to have much of a choice here. So what we're going to try to do is see if we can't might need to flip this around this way, possibly. I guess what we're going to try to do is see if we just can't heat this bad boy up and lift up on it to get it broke free. Well, unfortunately my camera is about to die, so I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to try to just get this broke free, and then we'll polish it and we'll look at the finished product. Alright guys, I'm sorry the camera just wasn't charged. I didn't realize it didn't have much of a charge on it. I want to show you what we got here. So here's our final product. I got that piece unseized. Let me unhook it so you can kind of see it. There you go. So this is that's our final piece there. I got it all together. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to record me unseizing the tab there. That kind of got seized up, but I was able to charge the camera enough just to show you the finished product. All I did was unseize the tab there and then just polish it up. It was pretty much done at that point. So lesson learned, try to get the camera charged next time. But this is the Gangster Jeweler. If you'd like and subscribe, that'd be fantastic. If you'd like, leave a tip or donation, and the links will be in the description. If you'd like for me to do your repairs, you can visit my Etsy shop at Robert Stroh Repair on Etsy, and the link will be down in the description. But this is the Gangster Jeweler. And I'll see you on the next one, guys.